Hello everyone and welcome to A Wild Approach. This is going to be a short little video today, just highlighting some of the wildlife that have been in the garden the past couple of months. I think the beginning of this video is the beginning of November, and then the end of this video is just like last week. So follow along with me and we'll talk about this wildlife that has been in the garden lately. So the first thing I'll say is most of this beauty that you see in this video is due to the fact that I left a lot of seed heads up. So as you can see, I have this huge sunflower that I left up, and it's called a mammoth sunflower. It's one of the annuals that I plant, and I call them temporary plants. You might have seen that in other videos that I've made, because really the best plants are straight species natives. But these mammoths, I think, are like some kind of cultivar of a native. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but they're huge and they have these huge seeds, and the birds absolutely go bonkers for them. So, I consider them a temporary plant, and I just put them wherever I have a new space that I haven't quite filled in yet with the natives yet. And the birds, they don't really come to the sunflowers right away, this particular kind anyway. They kind of wait a little while. They kind of wait for that seed head to sit there for quite some time before they start feasting on it. So anyway, right here you're seeing a cardinal, and you're seeing this cardinal through like a filter of ironweed, which is probably one of the tallest perennials, herbaceous perennials that I have in my garden. It is so tall and so pretty. But anyway, past the ironweed is this cardinal, and he's kind of landed on a trellis of passion vine, actually. So I have a couple trellises kind of connected to my archway, and on the trellises I'm growing passion vine, and all of this is kind of nearby the ironweed. And look at the ironweed seed heads. They're towering above everything else in the garden, and they're just so pretty. To me, they kind of looked like little tiny stars in the night sky or something. The way that the seed head fluff kind of looks, kind of that tawny, sandy brown color against the dark, almost black stems at this point. Anyway, this cardinal was really just relaxing in this little spot for the longest time, and the wind started to pick up and to blow his little hair around, and it was just the cutest thing. And I could tell, at least to me it seemed, that he could feel me watching him. I was like, ooh, poor little guy, I hope I'm not scaring him by watching him. It looked like he just kept looking back at me like, I know you're watching me. Anyway, so throughout the fall, I've noticed cardinals specifically eating the seeds out of the passion fruit that I let just fall to the ground. Passion fruit tastes really, really good. It's a native vine called purple passion vine or purple passion flower, and I think the scientific name is Passiflora incarnata. And I am in East Tennessee, so double check that it's native to your area, because anything I say in this video, it's native to my area, not necessarily yours. Here is a redbud tree that is actually just, it's doing so well in my garden. I'm happy. I'm excited about that. And then later on in mid-December, I got this footage of this hawk. I haven't actually done extensive research on this hawk since I've taken this footage. So I'm not exactly sure what this species of hawk is, but I see these types of hawks around seemingly at least a couple times a year, and it's usually after the leaves have fallen off the trees. It's usually when it's winter, or almost winter, or late winter. And I'm assuming they're looking for little tiny rodents or something, and he's just chilling up there. And what's funny about this footage is he's actually up in a tree that's not even mine. It's actually my neighbor behind me. It's one of their, I don't know, he or she, but one of their trees. And he was up there, and then I noticed a squirrel was passing through on the fence. And I was like, uh-oh, is he going to get this squirrel? And so I kind of watched for a minute. I filmed for a bit, And I did notice that, he did look down at the squirrel, but he didn't really seem interested. I'm not sure if the hawk is just too young and too small to get a hunt like a squirrel. Maybe the squirrel's too big for him to hunt. I'm not really sure, but I have seen hawks swoop down before and eat really big insects and things like that. So I'm not really sure what was going on here. Again, he's probably just too small or too young, but I just thought it was cool that he did look down, he did acknowledge that the squirrel was there, but then he just didn't care, and he was just looking for something else to eat. So anyway, this was just a quick little video highlighting some of the wildlife in the garden lately, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys! To support the channel, like the video, comment, and subscribe. You can also support my work by buying art from me at macylu.com. Thanks for watching!